Well, it might not be the popular present it once was, but some children could find an electric train set underneath the tree tomorrow morning. Seems one local community had its holiday trains taken away. But now, thanks to a Local 12 News report and some very generous people, Local 12's Jeff Hirsh reports that display is bigger and better than ever.
This is what the train room at the Ohio County Historical Society looked like not long ago. No trains. The annual holiday train show was in danger of not happening. But look at this place now. The room is packed with electric trains of all shapes and sizes, running through miniature towns and hills. The Historical Society has had a holiday train show the past 10 years, and people here loved it.
It's been a tradition with their family to come and see our train display.
But museum members who owned the trains for the previous displays left, taking the trains with them. Things looked grim. But Local 12 News did a story about the problem, and then it started raining trains, gifts of trains, loans of trains, and a financial grant from the People's Federal Savings Community Fund. The show must go on, and it is.
I'm a big kid, I always have been. And my mother-in-law and wife bought me a train about 15 years ago, the first train I ever owned. And I've always wanted to have a big display, so this is our big toy shop to play in.
Most of the volunteers here are old enough to remember unwrapping an electric train Christmas morning. The train show is aimed at them and at a younger demographic, too.
It's just amazing to see the kids come in and their eyes get real big and just to enjoy everything that we've set out for them.
I love trains.
12-year-old Blaine Beach is the youngest volunteer here, kind of by accident.
Actually, my mom was getting her hair done just up the road here, and I told Mom, I was like, well, you're going to be a while, so I'll walk down here.
And the rest, as they say, is history. And speaking of history, the hope is in future years to make a miniature town of rising sun to go with the trains, and not just use generic buildings.
You know, from bad things, good things can arise. This place almost had no model train show at all. Now they've got one that's bigger than ever. 20 trains, twice what they had last year. And guess what? You know, they could even have more if they wanted to.
There is a train here for everybody, for the youngsters of Polar Express, just like the one in the kids' story in the movie, well, smaller. And for the knowledgeable rail fan, a miniature Norfolk and Western Number 611, one of the most famous steam engines ever built. And there's one other thing, which at least some folks in Cincinnati might find worth the drive out here to see. There's a streetcar. Jeff Hirsh, Local 12 News.
Well, the train display at the Ohio County Historical Museum runs through January 26th, and they also have a quilt show out there. They have all kinds of quilts, 25 locally made ones. Admission is free.